to my channel, She Plans, She Budgets. In today's video, we'll be setting up my weekly check-in and weekly balance pages. So let's get started. All right, so I'm opened up to my calendar view in my new Erin Condren 7x9 monthly planner. Feel free to check out the description box down below if you're interested in this planner. And I also have my calendar view already set up. And we also set up my monthly budget page along with the expense log. And then we will set up my weekly check-in in this video along with the weekly balance. And we also set up in a previous video the sinking funds page along with my savings tracker. So if you are interested in any of those other videos, feel free to check them out. All right, so I have my stickers right here for the weekly check-in and the weekly balance. Just as a reminder, I do like to support 3 sticker shops down in the description box because I don't currently sell stickers, although I do make them. I just make them for myself to save money. So I have my weekly check-in, an extra script for the second page, the weekly balance, some thin washi, and some thick washi. And that's all we'll be using for today. All right, so let's flip over to the weekly check-in page. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay down the foundation of the spread and then I will be right back. All right, so I'm back. This is how the weekly check-in is looking, and I did set up the weekly balance, lay down the stickers for that as well. All right, so back with the weekly check-in, I need to just go ahead and draw in my lines for each week. All right, so I just wanted to zoom in a little bit more. So what I'm doing differently with this weekly check-in is I have 7 lines here because this time I'm going to make sure I include the unbudgeted category from my sidebar in the monthly view. So right here I have gasoline, groceries, household spending, eating out, entertainment, sinking funds, and unbudgeted. So the first 6 categories are my cashless envelopes because I no longer carry cash. I like to swipe my credit card for cash envelopes and sinking funds just so I can earn the credit card rewards. My sinking funds will be tracked on a separate page that we already set up in my previous video, and then on, or not on, but then the unbudgeted I would like to include in the weekly check-in page. So I'm gonna go ahead and write down those 7 categories. Again, the first one is gasoline. Actually, I was about to write down groceries. So let me just fix that real quick. So gasoline, then groceries, household, this is my personal spending, eating out, entertainment, and then lastly, unbudgeted. All right, so that will be the 7 categories I track in my weekly check-in page. So now I'm just going to lay down the little 1-week flag. And then we'll go back to the calendar view to see how I'll be breaking up the weeks this month. I already know I will be doing 5 weeks just because how the days fall in the month. So I believe this first week is from the 1st through the 6th. So I'm just going to write down 1 through 6. And then my second week will be from the 7th through the 13th because I like to check in from Sunday through Saturday. So that will be my second week. Third week from the 14th through the 20th, the 21st through the 27th, and then week 5 will be the 28th through the 31st. So that's how I'll be breaking up my weeks for this month. All right, so also for week 1 of the check-in, we need to add in how much we're budgeting for each category, and that is found on the monthly budget spread. So right here are the 6 categories for my cashless envelopes. So that is totaling $1,550. So I'll need to write these individual amounts for each category. And then for unbudgeted, down here in the miscellaneous section, we don't budget for that. So that one will be 0. All right, so gasoline is getting $200. Groceries will be getting $850. Household, $200. Personal spending, $100. Eating out, $100. And entertainment, $100 as well. And then again, there's nothing for unbudgeted. All right, so I just have some more flags here. And week 5 will be from the 28th through the 31st. All right, and this last category right here will be the results section, where I'll just total everything up and use those numbers to place back into the monthly budget spread. So this will be the results, covering for the entire month, so from the 1st through the 31st. All right, so this is what the weekly check-in pages are looking like. I'm gonna have 5 weeks with 7 categories, including unbudgeted. And then my 6th week will, not 6th week, but the 6th box will just be for the results. That was a struggle. All right, so moving on to my weekly balance. All right, so same thing. I'm just going to draw my lines real quick. All right, so just like the weekly check-in pages, I'm going to have 5 weeks, and that will represent each week according to the weekly check-in page. I like to use these 2 pages in conjunction with each other. And this is the page where I keep track of my first checking account, because I have the 3 categories that I'll be writing down in a moment come out of this checking account, and I like to keep track of the actual balance in real time. Because I like for my budget to match what's actually in my bank account. All right, so this is going to have the same weeks, so the 1st through the 6th, then the 7th through the 13th for week 2. Week 3 will be the 14th through the 20th. Then week 4, the 21st through the 27th. And then the 28th through the 31st will be week 5. So the 3 things I like to keep track of in this section will be the same that's in my monthly budget spread. So that will be bills, cash envelopes, and miscellaneous. Normally I'll just write sinking funds, but this time I'm going to write miscellaneous because I did roll over $126.32 from the December budget. So I want to include that amount as well, just so my account shows what's actually in there. Okay, so again, the first category is bills. And for that, I budgeted $2,750 for the month. Next is cash envelopes. And I budgeted $1,550 for the month. And last but not least is miscellaneous. And for that, we need to do a couple of calculations. So as mentioned, I want to include that $126.32 that was rolled over from December's budget. And then for sinking funds, I did add $733 for the month. But we also need to add what we're starting with from the sinking funds page. So this month we started with $870.36 So we need to include that as well because sinking funds rolls over every month. So that grand total is $1,729.68. So that is the total for the miscellaneous section. So again, that is $1,729.68. Okay, so adding that with the $1,550 and the $2,750, my bank account started with $6,029.68 at the beginning of the month on January 1st. Because I like to do my transfers at the top of the month, just so I'll have the full budget available to me at once. All right, so when we come back for our weekly check-ins, we'll go over all the bills that was paid, what expenses came out of the cash envelopes, sinking funds, miscellaneous. We'll total those amounts spent and keep track of what's remaining, and then carry that into the second week and just keep going like that in order. And then the last thing I'm going to do is just lay down the rest of my weeks, but I'll just do that off camera. I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm just going to go ahead and end it here. But first, let's do a quick flip. So, okay, we just finished up my weekly balance page, but I wanted to go back to the savings tracker. So we already set up the savings tracker. This is what it's looking like. And then we just did the weekly balance. We have the sinking funds, the weekly check-in, the expense log where I'll keep track of all of my cash envelopes and any unbudgeted, since I did include it in the weekly check-in. So all 7 of these categories will be tracked here as well. We have my monthly budget, and last but not least, the calendar view. And like I said, in the weekly balance, we'll keep track of what bills came out for those amounts and just keep track of what's in my actual bank account for checking account number 1. So that is all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.